Niall Gibbons is with me, Chief Executive of Tourism Ireland, soon going to lead an organisation that is both inside and outside the EU at the same time. You're that rare person who straddles both sides of the borders. How do you gauge opinions on either side?
Well, we're an organisation that was set up under the Good Friday Agreement to market the island of Ireland, north and south, as a destination abroad. And it's been an amazing, successful venture so far. In the last 5 years, we've seen a 50% increase in business, both north and south, and we've seen more jobs created in tourism than any other industry. And I think as we look forward, I mean, we don't know really what the future of Brexit is going to look like, but what's very heartening is that all political parties are saying that the common travel area must remain. I mean, the island of Ireland, from a tourism perspective, has done very well, and I think from a tourism perspective, people won't make decisions on their holidays based on politics. They're going to come because they enjoy the destination.
How many people who visit go to both sides of the border? I mean, do people routinely come to Dublin and Belfast in one trip?
Very much a growing side of the business. We had over 10 million visits last year from abroad, which is significant given there's about 6.5 million people live on the island. We've seen, the business up by over 10% last year. And when we look at business around Europe last year, that was up only about 2%. So countries like Spain, Portugal, Ireland, Scandinavia really benefiting as well from the safe and secure perception, which is great news for Northern Ireland, by the way, which has experienced a major tourism renaissance over the last number of years. For example, Titanic Belfast, which didn't exist 5 years ago, has seen a 30% increase in business this year and was voted by consumers as the world's leading tourism attraction. So a lot of good things to shout about.
But you've got effectively political stasis now in Northern Ireland, and clearly Brexit is going to have an impact. What contingency plans are you making?
Well, we've worked very closely with both jurisdictions, but I mean, above all, we're marketing out there to the consumers to come to Ireland because of the friendliness and warmth of the people, the scenery, the culture, and we're seeing great results. Business up again during the course of 2017. I mean, obviously, the most immediate impact is going to be currency, which affects the Republic of Ireland. That doesn't impact Northern Ireland. Into the future, there have been some great initiatives between the UK and Ireland. For example, the British-Irish visa scheme, which means tourists coming from China and India now can go to the UK and Ireland as if it was one country. We're very keen to see that type of collaboration between the UK and Ireland continue, whatever but the future of Brexit looks like.
But what if, I mean, and it could happen, even if people don't want it to, what if you ended up with a hard border where you had to show your passport to go from one to the other? What impact would that have on what you do?
Well, I think, from a tourism perspective, it's almost an impossibility. I always use the statistic that shows that over 60% of North American and mainland European business to Northern Ireland comes via the Republic of Ireland. So it's inconceivable that we could really operate with the border from a tourism perspective. So I'd be fairly confident, given all the statements that have been made by all the parties across the whole of the UK and Ireland, that really the common travel area is something that must remain.
No, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Niall Gibbons, Chief Executive of Tourism Ireland.